YouTube, man? It is your boy Solid back with another Solid reaction, man. And today we'll be checking out, does the NBA bubble deserve an asterisk? I think so. There's several reasons, but here are my main 3 reasons. Now, my first reason being you cannot consider it a full NBA title if you're not winning under pressure. I don't see how being in a hotel with a court with no fans, without anybody, is considered pressure. It's not pressure to me. That's just me saying that. 2, you cannot consider it a championship if you're not playing the best players in the league. When most players are sitting out, like, no, this is not one time where you don't need to be worried about basketball. We need to be worried about health and everything like this. And you go and win a title there. How can you consider that a great title if you never had it? Now, number 3 is probably a little petty of me, but I'm going to say it anyways, man. The Lakers never had a freaking parade for their dang championship. That's because they believe it has an asterisk behind it. If they won't even have a parade for it, why do you think they are going to have not going to have an asterisk beside it? But, man, we're going to check this video out, man. If this is your first time seeing your boy Solid on your screen, do your boy a favor, hit that like button and subscribe to this channel so you never miss another Solid reaction, man. But let's go ahead and get into this one and see what's going on.
Neil thinks there should be an asterisk attached to whichever team wins the NBA championship this year. Lots of people seem to agree with that.
Yeah.
The 20-year-old layup up and in, and the foul.
I'm not sure you're snarling.
That bubble basketball, that don't count. I'm not counting the bubbles. Let's stop it.
Murray, does he get another one in him? Oh, you
Why should I count it?
Driving, Mitchell, finishing, 45. And once again, those two with a postseason duel.
From this side of the table, this ring should be made of cubic zirconia. It's fraudulent. It was meant to be. He got every break. It was the easiest path to a finals he has ever had by far.
In a closeout game, trying to advance to the second round, Anthony Davis hits a 3.
Davis
ain't nobody in there though.
In isolation.
Nice pass out to Davis for 3.
In the 20 seasons played from 2001 to 2020, NBA home teams won 59.5% of the time, a huge advantage that in the NBA bubble became just 55.7% of the time. Not the biggest difference, I know, but looking at this chart, we can see that this would be the lowest win percentage on this list of seasons from 2001 to 2020. But the thing is though, when we look at the playoffs, I don't think we can ignore the fact that suddenly the gap between a normal playoff home win percentage, 63.1%, and the gap between the
that's 30-something%, 32%.
2020, the bubble, a playoff home win percentage of 48.2%. That is just not even close. Right here, statistically on paper, we can see that there was a clear difference in the playoffs. The home teams just did not win nearly enough compared to the rate we have seen play out over the last 20 years. That's over 1/4 of the league's entire history. So was this fair? Does the bubble deserve an asterisk? Was this championship easier than a normal straightforward run to the finals? Well, what's up guys, Mike here, and before we jump into this, I do want to point out that LeBron and the Lakers did vote at one point to end the playoffs. It was only them at the Clippers at one point. So to me, it is pretty interesting that the Lakers became the bubble champions and the Mickey Mouse ring owners. The players people criticized, but they did vote against it. We are going to look at the 2020 finals for sure. The bubble had a lot of moments though.
Doncic pulls up, 3-pointer. Bang! Bang! It's good! Doncic wins the game at the buzzer!
We just watched Luka Doncic have his first career game-winning playoff buzzer beater against a legendary defensive wing duo in Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, and no one really talks about this like I think they should. This was a huge deal. Remember when LeBron did this against the Orlando Magic?
Lewis gets it to LeBron for 3 for the win. Yes! LeBron James at the buzzer!
LeBron's moment, forever etched in time. Luka's moment, I think this was a huge deal, but the thing is, looking back, a lot of the things that were seen as surprises during the 2020 bubble either look a lot more normal or they look like they were signs of things to come. But guys, before we continue, I want to thank Manscaped for sponsoring this video, because I'll just be honest right now, there are times in my life where I just don't know what is going on down there. Worldwide products that I do .com. Unlock your confidence. Seen as
there we go. I don't
March
be
Madness Cinderella type.
I'm sorry,
especially after
that.
They did this.
The Suns have it. 6 to play.
Oh yeah.
Booker. This is for the win. Got it.
Come on, bro. See.
Wow.
The Suns would go 8-0, and this undefeated record against many of the best teams in the league convinced Chris Paul to join Devin Booker, and together they made it to the finals in 2021 and then finished with the best record before Luka embarrassed them in 2022. So looking back, it doesn't look like that 8-0 record was really that weird. It was more of a sign of things to come. On the flip side, as we talked about, home court advantage was erased for the playoffs, and with no fans in the bubble, we did see an uptick in three-point shooting, but compared to the last 10 seasons here, it wasn't anything absurd, and free throw shooting remained the same. But at this point, I'm sure you're wondering, what about the bubble duel? Because the scoring duel between Allen Iverson and Vince Carter in the 2001 Eastern Conference semifinals is remembered all throughout NBA history as one of the greatest scoring battles of all time.
Feed by Childs. Here's Iverson.
Knocked down.
He did it again. 52 points. Look up. And here is going to be Carter. 50. 10 on the shot clock. 43 in the fourth quarter. Iverson pulls up. Tied his all-time career high with 54 points. Carter trying to get free. Carter at the buzzer. No good. And the Sixers hold on and advance to the conference finals.
This duel was amazing, but objectively, didn't Donovan Mitchell versus Jamal Murray give us just as memorable of a show? As headed into the bubble, both Mitchell and Murray had never scored 50 points in a single NBA basketball game, and on top of this, before we continue guys, if you are enjoying this video on the NBA bubble, I make videos on the NBA just like this one, and I really think you're going to like the videos we have planned. So if that's the case, it would be awesome if you could subscribe and turn on post notifications. It really does help a ton. Thank you guys.
I'm already subscribed. Y'all go subscribe.
Headed into the 2020 NBA playoffs in general, only Michael Jordan and Allen Iverson had ever finished with two 50-point games in a single playoff series. Only two men in NBA history had ever done this, and they were not playing against each other. Jamal Murray and Donovan Mitchell would both add their names to this list, as in game 1, Donovan Mitchell put up a 57-point statement. In game 4, both Donovan Mitchell and Jamal Murray passed the 50 mark.
Under 5 minutes to go in regulation here. Murray fires again, and Murray hits again. Here's Mitchell now. Pull up from the free throw line. He's got it. Smooth as silk. Shot clock down to 4. Mitchell has Millsap arm. He'll pull a 3. Hits a 3. And returns the stare down. He's sitting on 47. He'll pull the 3. He's got the 3. 50-point game, first time in history opponents score 50 apiece.
This series was one of the better matchups we've had in recent memory, actually, as the Nuggets would come back from 3-1 to set the stage for a game 7 where, if we are looking for a bizarre alternate reality, I'll say Rudy Gobert taking over a game 7 on the offensive end was quite a shocker.
They've done so well underneath Gobert. Fouled and won. Game 7, that'll happen sometimes. Conley off glass, tipped up and in by Gobert. Jamal Murray fighting over screens. And he was talking to himself at the other end. Gobert! Rudy, and won!
Rudy was surprising. What wasn't surprising was two-time MVP Nikola Jokic doing this.
Jokic against Gobert. Backs him down. Gobert stays on his feet. Tough shot! Made
that's a tough shot.
Murray! They missed the layup. Gobert got it. Mitchell hanging at the other end. 2 seconds to go for the win, and it rims out. Denver hangs on.
Yes, on this play, Nikola Jokic just won a playoff series. Should we call this shot the shot put? I'm about it. What I'm not about is somehow forgetting that a game 7 series winning shot took place, that it ever happened. Jokic has won 2 MVPs, so he's certainly gotten his recognition. It's just interesting to me that these bubble moments in general seem to have kind of been forgotten. We did talk about Damian Lillard's 37.6 point per game average. I mean, in 8 bubble games to average over 37 points per game is just wild. That certainly did seem absurd at the time, except in that very same regular season
Dame time
2020, for a 6-game stretch in front of fans from January 20th to February 1st, Damian Lillard averaged 48.8 points per game with 2 50 bombs and 1 61-point masterpiece. Sign of things to come, bubble weirdness, or Dame just being Dame. Dame is always capable of going off, so instead, let's talk about TJ Warren, because Bubble T was on another level, and it started right away in game 1 of the bubble when the Pacers took down the hyped up Philadelphia 76ers behind 53 points by TJ Warren. And I just have to say, 53 points is very impressive always, but also,
look, I don't want to say that TJ Warren is like not cold, But if we put him in a full game where it's actually like everything going on, can we really say he cold? Like, bro, it's not good compared to the people he's going to be playing against.
Hasn't Ben
He's
Simmons
decent.
had enough, man? 53 points by TJ Warren led to the pass by Ben. As for TJ, I will say in this bubble, he greatly benefited from two things. Being hot at the right time, for sure, that is number one. The second thing is, though, these teams did take a massive break of time off. Some people were getting sick, some people were just not practicing. Teams especially were not locked in on team defense, and TJ Warren took advantage like no other. He is hitting backdoor cut after backdoor cut. He's filling up the lanes in transition, and then most importantly, the man is a bucket. He is scoring around the rim. Wow. The thing is, though, we're not sure if this is a sign of things to come because TJ Warren just has simply not been healthy enough since the bubble. Look at these bubble stats, though. TJ took
31
over 21
points.
shots
God dang.
game, made about 58% of them, and only took
God, his percentage even went up.
As we have seen someone like Tyler Hero go from bubble boy to 6th man of the year in a very short amount of time. We know what happened in 2021. The bubble boy persona was just not a good thing. Tyler Hero faced a ton of criticism, but in 2022, he showed that the bubble was no fluke, that this was a sign of things to come for him. Look at how the Heat battle in this game 5 of the 2020 NBA Finals.
James against Butler, drives, gets inside, stops, blocked by Butler. Back to Robinson, up top to Butler. Butler
was
pulls up.
Butler is cooking,
Butler
bro.
does it again. Butler one-on-one with Markieff Morris. Butler drives, falling away, got it again. Butler goes to the basket, layup, won't go but a foul.
The Miami Heat were actually the only team in this playoffs to win more than one game against the Los Angeles Lakers. To me, the fact that the Lakers lost 5 playoff games in general here, they went 16-5. That shows us, combined with the fact that the Lakers were the #1 seed headed into the bubble, that this Los Angeles Lakers team was a really great team. I will say though, when it comes to shooting, of course, the controversy surrounding Anthony Davis's bubble shot has to be looked at because for his career, Anthony Davis has shot 38% from 16 feet to the three-point line. The best he has ever shot from that mid-range position was when he was 22, when he shot 43.4%. The season of the bubble, 2020, AD shot 32.2%.
Damn,
however,
he went up high.
in the bubble playoffs, Anthony Davis made 55.2% of his shots from mid-range, a career best by far. He also made over a 3 a night and made over 38% of his threes, as Anthony Davis would shoot just 33% from this same spot in the 2021 season, a staggering difference of 22%. So for certain players, for certain teams, the bubble atmosphere seemed to have helped. Maybe with the case of AD, it really did help the Lakers win a title, but again, they only lost 5 games in total here during that 21 game playoff run. So that does ask the question though, does someone like AD shooting at such a high rate and a high percentage here mean that the 2020 bubble is an asterisk for the NBA, mean that the 2020 NBA championship was a Mickey Mouse ring? Comment down below what you guys think. I definitely want to know. I want to see what you guys are thinking here.
Yeah, I mean, everything is showing that it was. I mean, that's just personally, like everything's showing it was. If everybody's playing higher at a higher caliber and winning, it's obviously not as strong. Like people aren't playing great defense. You can very well see that. We see players like TJ Warren, who is actually a decent player, but not a great player, putting up from, what do you go from 18 points to 33 points a game? Do you see the difference in that? And that's not nothing simple about that. And then you also got to look and see that AD, bro, 33% coming off of a 6, what was it, like 6 or 7%? So he legit shot up like 22%. He shot up 22% in the bubble. We see how the skill play is. Freaking Luka Doncic hits a shot, nobody cares. It's forgotten about. You know what this reminds me of? I believe it's a 2005. Is it 2005 when who was it? I want to say it was Utah. Who won that? Let me look. I think it was 2000. NBA champion. They call it the forgotten year because we forget that there was a team that won. Spurs. I'm sorry, guys. I gotta at least say I want the right team. Ooh. All right, Lakers, San Antonio, Detroit, San Antonio, Miami, San Antonio, Boston, Dallas Mavericks. I guess it would be that. Yeah, that's exactly who it was. 2003, the Nets versus the Spurs. Is the team that everybody never remembers that. The Nets versus the Spurs, and the Spurs ended up winning that one. But that's one of those years that we forget about. It's a championship. We go like, oh, the Lakers had all of those rings right there. You know, we think about it like that. But man, I just have to put an asterisk behind it because I don't feel like it deserves the same credibility. You're not in the same hostile environment as you were in the NBA championship. If it was the same hostile environment, like people were there, then I probably couldn't say much about it. But as of right now, there's no way or anyhow I can say, you know, okay, it matters. To me, it's going to have an asterisk behind it. I'm always going to say LeBron James has 3.5 rings. 3.5. So thank you guys for checking out this video, man. Make sure I hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and check out some more of my videos, man. There might be something you guys enjoy, but I'm going to get up out of here. Peace.